causes sexual orientation. It's not completely known why someone might be lesbian, gay,
Oh,
straight, or
welcome!
bisexual. Hello! Today, we're going to focus on particular identities, sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression.
This topic will have two videos. For now, in this video, we'll focus on gender identity and expression only. If you haven't watched part 1, just look at the descriptions below. Now, let's get started! Gender identity refers to whether a person identifies as a boy, girl, neither, or somewhere in between.
But how does gender identity start? Gender identity as a concept was popularized by John Money in the 1960s. He founded the Gender Identity Clinic at Johns Hopkins University and formulated, defined, and coined the term gender role, and later expanded it to gender identity/role. The concept of gender identity evolved over time to include those people who do not identify either as female or male. A person's self-concept of their gender, regardless of their biological sex, is called their gender identity. Here are the categories that are part of gender identity. Man, women, transgender means that gender identity doesn't match up with the sex you were assigned at birth, and non-binary refers someone who does not identify as a man or a woman or solely as one of those two genders. I'll show you the examples from the animated series. Korra from Legend of Korra is bisexual, but her gender identity is female. Shiro from Voltron Legendary Defenders is gay, but his gender identity is male. Up next is transgender characters. And lastly, non-binary characters. Now you know gender identity, let's proceed to gender expression. Gender expression refers to the way that a person presents their gender to the world. How a person dresses can be a form of gender expression, but it can also encompass other aspects of appearance and behavior, including hairstyles, clothing, body characteristics, habits, voice, pronouns, and mannerisms. Gender identity is not a completely separable concept from gender expression. When we say that gender identity is different from gender expression, we're not saying they're unrelated. Gender identity is different from gender expression simply means you can't look at one and figure out the other. You can't look at a person wearing a skirt and assume that they're female identified. And you can't look at a person who is female identified and assume they wear skirts. Gender expression can be influenced by a person's gender identity, but it is important to remember that these two things are not the same. So, why do we need to understand sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression? Sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression are important aspects of a person's identity. Understanding and expressing sexual orientation, gender, and developing related identities are typically development tasks that vary across children and youth. For example, some youth may be unsure of their sexual orientation, whereas others have been clear about it since childhood and have expressed it since a young age. Expressing and exploring gender identity and roles is a part of normal development. The process of understanding and expressing one's sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression is unique to each individual. Sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression terms are constantly evolving and growing, especially among youth. It is important to listen to youth's voices and to learn and understand the terms they are using to describe their sexual orientations and gender identities. Reading the current research on LGBTQ plus identities, following LGBTQ plus youth or topics relate to LGBTQ plus youth on social media, and engaging with LGBTQ plus youth organizations provide ways to learn about how youth are currently identifying their sexual orientation and gender identity and gender expression. I understand that this information is a lot to take in, but Queer Crystal Channel will help you to understand and continue learning about LGBTQ plus topics. And that's all for today's video. If you finish this video, you can go ahead and proceed watching this video. Everyone, see you later!